A Universal Time is one of the Roblox games that sure has a very long history, and it gave us a lot of good and bad memories. It has the craziest evolution in Roblox history. We're talking about a game that went from a literal AFK simulator to a high-speed fighting game, and finally to a massive RPG. Today, we are looking at the complete evolution of AUT from 2018 to 2026. To understand how AUT evolved, we gotta start at the very beginning. The year is 2018. AUT was created by Kerr and Universe Time Studio. It was basically a Bizarre Day modded back then. Yes, that's right. It was literally a Bizarre Day modded copy back then. And to be honest, I do not even know AUT when it is like this. And if you played during the old universe, you know the gameplay wasn't actually about fighting. You played to AFK. You would literally sit in a server for hours just staring at the ground, hoping a rare item like a cursed orb or a death note would randomly spawn. But yeah, before you get those items, you would already get your ass beaten by your mom because of electric bills, since you have to open your PC for a whole night. And when you weren't AFK, you were probably at spawn getting flexed on. There was always that one guy just standing there with an unobtainable stand that you would never ever get. And we have to talk about trading. Trading in old AUT was basically hell. Everyone trying to trade stands like their life depends on it. We act like we are trading Bitcoin or something, and of course everyone have to experience getting scammed because we were lazy to use middleman. Even you have to spend most of your time doing nothing and getting stand that worth nothing in real life, except in black market. But we loved it. Still, the devs knew that just sitting around waiting for items wasn't going to keep the game alive forever. It was time to evolve. In late 2021, the devs did the unthinkable. They didn't just update the game, they deleted it. They wiped the old, spammy version of AUT and built a completely new game from scratch. They called it the New Universe. This was the biggest evolution in the game's history. The devs threw away the old combat and added actual mechanics. Hit stun, M1 combos, dashing. You couldn't just stand on a building and press your ultimate move to wipe the server anymore. You actually had to fight. But the combat wasn't the only thing that completely changed. The way you got your abilities completely flipped. In the old universe, you just AFK'd for items. But in the new universe, you had to actually work for it. They introduced a heavy quest-based grind. If you wanted a top-tier stand, you couldn't just get lucky. You had to go talk to an NPC and accept a quest that said, deal 10,000 damage, take 5,000 damage, block 1,500 damage, kill 15 thugs. Suddenly, servers were just full of people letting NPCs beat them up on purpose just to finish their take damage quests. It was total chaos back then, but the new combo system made it work. This was the peak moment of AUT. Whenever a new anime became popular, AUT simply added it to the game, and the game was pulling in over 140,000 players at once. And yeah, it was the time when AUT was actually fun to play. But then devs made a crazy decision. In late December of 2023, they decided to change the whole game once more. If the new universe was a big deal, this update completely flipped the game on its head again. The devs wanted to push AUT to be a massive, full-scale RPG. They completely changed how you unlock stands. They added crazy gacha mechanics, weapon shards, crafting systems, and traits. Remember the annoying quest grind from 2021? That was nothing compared to this. Now, you didn't just need the stand, you needed the perfect trait on that stand. The game shifted hard into an endless PvE grind. You had to fight the same massive NPC bosses hundreds of times just to get the shards you needed to craft your abilities. The game looked absolutely incredible visually, but it started to feel less like a fun fighting game to play with your friends. But after getting heavily complained about, they improved the game by making grinding less pay to win and more fun. I think they started at the Luffy update. So how did AUT fall off so hard? Honestly, it evolved too much. And yeah, the late December 2023 update was the turning point. The core identity of AUT was gone. Instead of hanging out at spawn and fighting players, everyone was locked in private servers, fighting the exact same boss for a 1% drop rate or waiting for 3 hours in real-life time for one bosses. Now I will comparing a new universe ability to current universe using my old footage. Alright, start with Reaper since I think it's changed the most compared with the others. I mean, there might be others that changed more, but this is the first ability coming to my head.
おまけだ。やりにくいね。
スタープラチナ、スタープラチナ。オラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラ 待ちろ。まだだ。こいつを食らいな。遊びやめんじゃねえぞ。スタープラッシュだ。俺が時を止めた。スタープラッシュだ。俺が時をやっつけてやるぞ。おららおら行くぞ。どうしたおら避けてみな。おらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおらおら 寝てろおいスタークラッチそこまでだ
I put a new 40s on the G. I got
ザワールドザワールドどうだ無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無 これがザワード。死ねえ。無駄なこと、無駄なこと。肩をつけるザワールド。ロードローラーだ。無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄。止まった時の中は一人、このディオだけだ。では止まれ時よ。ロードローラーだ。止まった時の中は一人、このディオだけだ。